purpose and in love.
Okay, so these unity groups can really be anything. I know that I don't know if we've put the information in yet where all the unity groups are that we already have, but some of them are 912 projects that have written to us and said, we want to join this movement.
Exactly.
Some of them are labor of love. Some of them are just based in prayer. Mm-hmm. Some of them are based more in politics. But we want you really to gather together and be this kind of a coming together of a lot of things that we have been doing for a very long time. Mm-hmm. But it's time that we stand with principle and with purpose. And quite honestly, this, I think, is the beginning of the movement that Martin Luther King put together, that these were the unshakables. These were the ones who said, I'm going to stand. I don't care what people call me. I don't care if they beat me in the head with a club or sick a dog on me. I'm not going to sit down because I know what is true. And I know who Americans are. We are not the people that the president, that politicians, and that the media claim we are. We are not those people. We are good, decent, honorable. I refuse to listen to another history lesson given to me by a guy who learned the history of Christianity from Jeremiah Wright. That's not who we are, and that's not who Christians are. I'm a little angry today. I could use a unity group right now. But there is also something that is going to be added, and that is in the prayer section, Thalma, who leads our prayer warriors, if you will, here in our building, is going to do something. And this is what was that movie that came out recently? War Room. Mm-hmm. This is a lot like War Room.
It's powerful.
It's really powerful.
Really powerful. And she's going to release Prayer 101 training. And it's going to be, I won't tell you all the details of what's in it, but it's going to be really powerful to go through in groups for those who choose to do so. And so if you're in a unity group or you want to start a group where prayer is incorporated into what you do, it's time that we begin waging war with our prayers. And we look at what's happening in our world, and now's the time to do it. And Thelma is going to take us through it. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Okay, so we'll have you back on, and you can tell us some more of these things as we go further. But I want you to just check it out now at glennbeck.com/action, glennbeck.com/action, or just go to the front page of glennbeck.com. And you will see it there. But get involved. If you weren't clear, thank you so much. If you weren't clear yesterday that we are facing evil, I don't know what's going to make it clear. Do you know that they put GoPro cameras on themselves? They put GoPro cameras on themselves. This what made me so angry yesterday. I'm sorry, I'm venting a lot today, but I don't think I'm alone. What made me so angry yesterday was the media kept trying to make this into some sort of, so a guy just was in the Christmas party and he walked out and then he came back with gunmen. Like he somehow or another was set off by this and then came back with the vest, with the guns, with the remote control car bombs, with all of these things. It was so clear this was a planned out attack. And yet they tried to make this look like maybe it was somebody who was really unstable, or it was just somebody who just flipped their wig. No, it wasn't. And it was evil. Do you know that these parents, this husband and wife, they dropped their child off for babysitting and said, we'll be back. We're just going to go to the dentist. Who does this? Who does this? I'll tell you who. People who are in league with darkness. And nobody wants to hear this, but I'm sorry, somebody has to say it. I don't necessarily believe that Muslims believe this, but Islamists do. And there is a huge difference between the two. And I believe the Islamist army of ISIS is the army of Armageddon. They declare it themselves. I don't know if this is the end times and this is the final battle that we're approaching or Jesus is coming back. People have been saying that for thousands of years. But I do know this. They believe it. And this is going to be what it looks like. And if you aren't willing to say that, if you're not willing to say evil and speak it by your name, you could ban all the guns in your world. You know what their favorite thing to do is? Not to shoot you in the head, to remove your head with a machete. You going to ban all the knives too? By the way, that's what they're doing now in England. They're trying to ban all, I'm not kidding you, ban all pointy and sharp knives. All pointy and sharp knives. They've already taken them out of the stores. You can't go into a store where you see a butcher block and some knives sitting there on display. You can't do it because, well, that's too dangerous. Why? Because they've had Islamists come in and stab people to death. If you're not willing to call evil by its name, you're a part of the problem. And if you are willing to call evil by its name, then you need to understand you do not defeat evil with a gun. How has evil been allowed to grow? Because we've lost our way. We are so easily duped by political correctness and those people who will give us something. We are so duped by our own churches that make us feel good. I got news for you. Church isn't about a concert or feeling good. Going to church should prick your conscience. Going to church should make you go, geez, you know what? I really did screw up this week. I want to be better next week. You shouldn't go there to feel good. You should go there to find out how you can be better. We are facing evil. And I know there's a lot of people that are too politically correct for this show, and they're gone. They're long gone. I know there are people that want us just to talk about politics. I got news for you. We're going to talk about politics. But politics only plays one piece of the puzzle and what's happening in our world. We are more than just political animals. Our problems are more than just politicals. We could vote in a new guy. That's not going to change anything. Today on CNN, they were talking about, well, is it the gun or is it the heart? Is it what's in his hand or what's in his heart? And Chris Cuomo was like, no, it's both. No, it's not. No, it's not. Guns are in the hands of cops all the time. Oh, I know. Most cops are really bad. Guns are in the hands of our soldiers all the time. Guns are in the hands of hunters all the time. Guns are in my hands all the time. I don't shoot people. It's what's in your heart. There's no legislation. There is no magic pill that we can take. I know, as a society that likes to over-medicate, there is no magic pill that we can take. There is no one that we can elect that will solve our problems. Because the problems with our spending of $18 trillion more than we have, it's not a Washington problem. How much debt do you have? How are our companies being run? What are we teaching our children? If you want to be a part of the answer, you want to be part of action. If you want to move, join us, will you? Go to glennbeck.com/action and read about it. glennbeck.com/action.